The Checkpoints is presented by GM Pharma, the first international and multinational pharmaceutical corporation in Georgia.
And some good news on the business climate in Georgia. Fraser Institute named Georgia among top 5 countries in the world with the highest economic freedom. Today we will present a debut. Our senior reporter for the BM.GE, our English language agency, will try her luck in video storytelling for the Checkpoints. Natia Taktakishvili reports.
Georgia ranks on the 5th place according to the economic freedom of the world. Fraser Institute published annual report on economic freedom of the world 2021. As of the report, Georgia's position has improved by 3 places compared to the previous year, and it ranks on the 5th place in the global ranking. The score given to the country is determined by 8.26 out of 10 points. In the 2020 report, Georgia was on the 8th place with 8.24 points. Here is the rating of top 5 countries, which includes Hong Kong, Singapore, New Zealand, Switzerland, Georgia. Fraser Institute evaluates the countries according to the 5 main criteria: size of government, legal system and property rights, sound money, freedom to the trade internationally, and regulations. Namely, Georgia has a better evaluation in the following indicators: size of government, legal system and property rights, freedom to the trade internationally. However, the report does not explain the reasons what reforms have led to this improvement. EPRC's Deputy Director Irina Goruli declares that the investors always look at the researches, but the international ratings don't give full picture of the reality on the ground.
You know, there are several directions and several type of research that investors do prior to investing in a country, and one of them is international ratings that they usually look at because they're good sources of information to understand what's the reality on the ground. However, they usually complement this information with other type of information search, such as looking at personal networks, talking to other investors, etc. For this purpose, international rankings do not give a full picture of...
As Irina Goruli declares, the foreign direct investments hit record low in 2021, and the pandemic is one of the reasons which lays behind it.
There are different type of reasons behind it. Pandemic could be one of them, but as I have mentioned, the decrease has started already in the in the pre-pandemic period. So that's why the reasons lie behind some other type of data, such as this could be mistrust among investors due to several notorious cases. One of them is Anaklia Black Sea Port, and other type of perceptions that investors have in Georgia, such as lack of rule of law, independent judiciary, and backsliding of democracy.
According to Georgi Papava, lead economist at ISET Policy Institute, particular evidences show that international ratings and foreign direct investments are positively correlated with each other.
Empirical evidence shows that economic freedom and foreign direct investments, inflow of the foreign direct investments, are positively correlated with each other, and we see that countries with higher economic freedom usually host a larger share of FDI investments. At the same time, indices and rankings are not the only determinant of countries' attractiveness, and sometimes we have to go beyond rankings and look at the particular situation in the country.
The Checkpoints is presented by GM Pharma, the first international and multinational pharmaceutical corporation in Georgia.